Johnny Depp's team appears as amused as the internet is with the ongoing Amber Heard trial. The two stars are deeply engaged in a headline-renting defamation lawsuit. While the stakes and experiences leading up to the trial are very serious, spectators have managed to find comedy within the chaos, particularly in Amber and her defense team. Amber hasn't been consistent with her testimonies, and her perceived fake body language hasn't made it any better. But one side of the coin is enjoying and mocking her confusion: the Depp team. Could it be that Amber wasn't fully prepared for this hearing? And how come she won the libel case in the UK? Let's find that out together. American actress Amber Heard was back on the stand May 16th, a week long after the high-profile defamation lawsuit filed by her ex-husband Johnny Depp was halted on May 5th. The 36-year-old star's testimony began when Depp's lawyers cross-questioned her. However, Amber was seen changing her testimony mid-trial. According to her previous statement, Depp's first act of violence against her happened in early 2012. But in her latest testimony, she claimed that Depp started assaulting her around early 2013 and not the year before. She said she had given an inaccurate date for Depp's first violent act against her to forget it. The American star admitted the police came several times during the relationship, and they discussed going over to her therapist files to see if there were any incidents of physical assault. When questioned why she didn't simply recall the incidents, she stated that their relationship was violent and chaotic, as well as loving and emotional, so that violence was almost normal. Depp, who has maintained a closed expression throughout most of his ex-wife's testimony during their defamation trial, broke out into a laugh on Tuesday afternoon as the actress asserted that his version of events couldn't be accurate due to his intoxicated state. Over the course of the trial and in court filings, Amber has described at least 10 instances in which she says Depp physically abused her, often in what she described were alcohol or drug-fueled rages. Depp's lawyer was cross-examining the gully actress, questioning her about the details of one argument the former couple had in Australia. During his testimony earlier in the trial, Depp said he remembers locking himself in numerous rooms as Amber was banging on the doors and screaming obscenities. While under oath, Depp also said he had been pouring himself shots of vodka during the argument. In Amber's previous testimony, she said the argument began when Depp took out a bag of MDMA, even though he was supposed to be clean at the time. When Depp's lawyer pressed the actress about what really happened during the argument, Amber said she had knocked on the bathroom door on the first night. The lawyer replied and said it wasn't one door but 5 bathroom doors and additional bedroom doors. "Johnny's not an accurate historian of what happened during that period of time," Amber replied. That resulted in Depp laughing as he kept his face turned toward the table. He then took a drink from a cup, seemingly determined not to look at his ex-wife. Earlier that day, Depp's lawyer had brought up the fact that the actor was intentionally not meeting Amber's gaze. This isn't the first time Depp has laughed during his ex-wife's testimony, which includes multiple allegations of violence and sexual violence. Previously, when Amber mentioned a vintage jar of cocaine that used to sit on a table in their house, Depp could be seen in the Virginia courtroom turning to his lawyer and laughing. And Depp is not the only one laughing during the hearing, for whatever reason. On Wednesday, May 18th, the hearing was interrupted as a spectator broke into uncontrollable laughter inside the courtroom. The man was caught on camera giggling with his head in his hands as he sat in the gallery in the courthouse in Fairfax, Virginia, watching the day's testimony. Several other spectators were spotted looking around at the man and also smirking at his reaction. Seconds later, the man, apparently unable to regain composure, got up and walked out of the courtroom. It's not clear what initially caused the man to erupt in a fit of laughter, but the incident came on the same day that emotionally pre-recorded testimony from Amber's former best friend, Raquel Pennington, was played to the court. Pennington broke down in tears as she testified that she was scared that monster Johnny Depp would do something worse than he intended to the Aquaman actress. But what has been shocking is how Amber has been twisting several narratives to fit her argument, sometimes dragging names of those who wouldn't want to be dragged into the hearing, leaving Depp and his team bemused. Before stepping down from the witness stand before the week-long break from her trial, Amber described an explosive fight with Depp that came after she discovered text messages that led her to believe he was being unfaithful. She mentioned a person few expected to come up in the trial, Kate Moss. The actress said she swung at Depp during a fight because Depp was punching at her sister Whitney Heard, who Amber said was standing on top of a staircase. "I don't hesitate, I don't wait. I instantly think of Kate Moss in the stairs and I swung at him," she testified. Amber appeared to be referring to an unverified rumor that Depp once pushed Moss down the stairs when they were dating in the 1990s. Moss has never publicly accused Depp of misconduct and in interviews has spoken fondly of him. This was just another cheeky antic employed by the actress to subvert the jury's attention. While Moss isn't on the list of witnesses, Depp said he might call her to testify, according to documents reviewed by several media houses. He did reserve the right to call any witnesses identified by Amber and any witness necessary for rebuttal or impeachment, court records show. In any court case, lawyers typically hash out the admissible evidence before the trial begins. Lawyers on each side spend months conducting discovery to search the other party's files and interview witnesses to establish which evidence they can bring into the case, as long as it's verifiable and relevant. By mentioning the allegation involving Moss, as well as describing injuries Amber said she suffered from an explosive fight, she may have inadvertently opened the door in legal parlance for fresh evidence to counter her version of events. Depp's lawyer Benjamin Chu appeared excited when Amber mentioned Moss. A person familiar with Depp's thinking says Amber's mention of Moss was likely to come up in cross-examination, which is expected to begin after she finishes testifying. Because the Zombieland actress made only a passing reference to Moss, it may not reach the standard of relevance to have the supermodel personally testify. But if Amber expounds on what she thinks about Moss, Depp's lawyers may opt to ask the judge to call the model to the stand and lay the rumor to rest. Will Amber continue changing her statements throughout the hearing? And what will be the consequences? We can only wait and see. And that's it from us today. We'll be bringing more of such amazing updates in our upcoming videos, so be sure to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of them.